same. So the question is, can sexual preference and a life choice be compared to life suffering of our forefathers?
Being gay is, I know a lot of people say it's not a choice, but it is a choice that you can hide, I would say. Being black or being ethnic is not something you can hide. You're born like that, and that is the way you are. And people have suffered for a longer period of time for it, been killed for it. People are still going through discrimination today, whereas it's more accepted in society to be gay now. I think people actually are getting in more trouble when they are homophobic now than being racist, because so many people are like, oh, yeah, I don't like black people, and people are like, oh, okay, that's fine, that's your opinion. But so many people are like, if someone was to come out and say, yeah, I'm homophobic, everyone would like almost lynch that person. So that's one of the reasons why I think they can't be compared.
But at the same time, Deborah, going towards your notion, some people would say, and I know quite a few gay people that would say that homosexuality or being gay is not a choice. They were born that way, and that's not just necessarily a lifestyle choice. If they had the choice not to be gay because of the discrimination, they would not be gay. So that would barter another angle as to what you're saying.
And that's fine. Some people will say it's not a choice, which is fine, but I'm still firm on the fact that a lot of people can hide their homosexuality for longer. There's no way you can hide being black. Do you know what I mean? There's no way you can hide it. You can hide your sexual preference and go live somewhere different, or not tell anybody, or do whatever, coming out the closet. There's no coming out the closet for black people.
No one's forcing anyone to be gay. They do experience prejudice and discrimination, but it's not the same level as the discrimination that we face as Africans and the African Holocaust. You know,
at all. I think and there's no, there might have been a period of time where being gay was wrong, but they didn't have people come into their homeland and plan that these people are going to be separated for the next 400 years and they're never going to be together. And then even now, there are things going on behind the scenes more than we could ever know, of trying to still eradicate the black race. There's nothing going on like that for homosexuals, so you can't compare, you know.
There's what you said, things are going on behind the scenes. It's still against black people.
Yes.
When it comes to homosexuality, things are going on behind the scenes for homosexuality. So that's another point that shows you that it's on a different scale. They're not two and the same thing.
Definitely.
Me personally, I'll say at the same time, if you want to be gay, have a ball. Welcome back to Everyday People, where it's your time, the audience time, to ask the panel. This is this area where we receive questions about what everyday people like yourselves want to know from everyday people like us. So over to you, Natasha.
Right, I have a question here from Troy in North London. I am a 28-year-old black male. I have been with my fiance for 5 years. I love her, however, I like to date other males. I don't consider myself gay. Do you think this is something that I need to share with my fiance?
Yes, Troy.
Well, Troy, I can say this is definitely something that you need to share with your fiance. It's not fair on her and not fair on yourself being in a relationship with someone that you don't want to be. If you want to be gay, then as Kemi said,
Troy, you're gay. You are gay, Troy.
Troy made it quite clear he's not gay.
Okay, I would say to Troy, on that thing of, I don't consider myself gay, be honest with yourself.
Right.
Be honest with yourself. Like, that's one thing that you've got to do. In America about 5 years ago or so, where different rappers and stuff like that, they were admittedly like, yeah, we to get our adrenaline up and whatever, we get blowjobs from other men and whatever, but we don't consider ourselves gay. These are famous rappers that you wouldn't believe, but they don't consider themselves gay. Like, they love women or whatever. But if you do go out with other males, you need to be honest with yourself and say, okay, I have, even if it's as little as I have gay tendencies, but you need to, and then be honest with her, tell her, because she's probably thinking, oh yeah, he's all mine, but you're not, you're really not. You have a fiance, why are you dating other people?
Right.
So it might be just his sexual fantasy.
No, but
Regardless of whether it's a man or a woman,
right?
You're in the wrong anyway because you're cheating on your fiance. Like, you're making it worse by lying about
see another
100%.
woman.
But that's not the issue here for me. The issue here is for me will be the dishonesty. Not that he's cheating. Whether he's cheating
with me,
For
I'm
me,
sorry.
I'm like, don't be
Sorry.
dishonest, Troy. Tell me you want to have it on with other men. That's alright with you, Troy. But I'm off. Give me the privilege
Yeah,
to be off.
I
That's
think
all
that's
I'm
one
saying.
thing in relationships where I think you
Man
need to
or
be
woman,
honest.
be honest.
Because if, like, no matter what, if you're not feeling it,
Just
tell
say it,
me.
yeah.
As long as that's your only duty to me, that's all I
Yes,
ask. Be
exactly.
honest. Because once you've told me, I can do what I need to
That's
do.
right,
Like,
that's
amazing.
right.
Exactly.
You get what I mean? Troy, tell her.
Tell her and tell
Tell her,
yourself.
Troy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be honest
Troy,
with yourself.
better tell her. Tell her.
Okay. This is from Sandra from Chelsea. Sandra says, I'm a 46-year-old woman with 2 grown children. I'm finding it difficult to find the right partner as I do not want a partner who has children under the age of 18. My friends think I'm being too choosy. Am I?
I would like to know more about that because I don't understand why. Well, it's just your preference, I guess, as to
So
why
they
you
have to
would
be
want
over 18.
under 18. Me personally, I think that's being too choosy. I just think it's being too.
Without stating the obvious, I mean, and please tweet back in or email in, Sandra, if this is incorrect, but I would more take it as under the age of 18, the parent is less responsible for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
thinking.
that would be my first point of call. And in some ways, I would agree with that because with the partner comes the territory of the children. And I know a lot of women, they're really not into the baby mama drama.
Yeah.
So, or the baby father drama. So with that, I can understand. But at the same time, I do understand why women will have a man with children under age 18 for the simple reason, 46, where are you going to find a man without children? So, I mean, you might be finding yourself 90, Sandra, left without a man.
Yeah, but she's not saying without children. I don't think Sandra knows.
Oh, yeah,
Under
that
the
age they
of
probably
18.
would, yeah.
And I think
And
Sandra
maybe-
just wants to go out and live her life with it. She's grown now.
And I think Sandra wants someone who's on the same level as her
Yeah.
because her children are grown, so she wants someone who has experienced that already.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I think. It's not dealing with nappies and
You're right.
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah.
And a baby
child
sitter.
support.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think with a lot of women, it's like, I've got this,
Exactly.
this man and he's paying all this child support. He
Yeah.
hasn't even got money to take me on holiday,
Yeah.
do anything for me. I haven't got time for that because I'm holding my own. My
Yeah.
children are grown, I've got my money, whatever, so that's
Yeah.
another issue.
I think in some ways, okay, some people could be saying she's being too choosy, but at the same time, you got to see where she's coming from, and she doesn't have the time. She knows what she's prepared to take on, I guess. So like, she's not gonna say, "Oh yeah, come into my life. You have a 5-year-old or whatever." She knows from being a 46-year-old woman what time and effort that takes. So she knows she's not gonna get all of your time and all of that. So she's not prepared for that, and that's what I think people have to take into consideration because. You have even younger girls than her contemplating because a lot of people have kids nowadays before getting into something more serious, and they always say, "Is it right? Is it not right?" And I just think like you've got to know what you're prepared to accept.
Yeah.
You can't say, "Oh, I want all of his time. I want him to take me out. I want him to do that."
That's
and
I
you
was
know
gonna
he's
pick
got a
up
little
on that.
kid.
What could that be a sign of Sandra's selfishness?
Yeah.
Because like why? What's
But
the
then it's
problem
also
with
something that where she knows what she can take. So she doesn't want to say, "Oh yeah, I'll accept you even though I know you've got a 10-year-old," and then become this nagging
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, I think Sandra's being
She's
very
just
honest.
laying her
unlike
cards
you,
on the
Troy.
table. She's just
Troy,
laying her
yeah,
cards on the
And you
table.
wouldn't want her to get into a relationship with a man and he has children and then she feels resentful towards his
Yeah.
children.
Right, yeah,
So I think
exactly.
she's being very, really honest and it's
Exactly.
her prerogative if she doesn't want to date someone with young children.
Exactly. We've got one more question. This one's from an anonymous person. It says, "I have been seeing a married man for over 6 months. He said that in 2013 he will be leaving his wife. It's now 2013 and he has not said anything about it. Should I put pressure on him?"
He's not even.
You
Yeah,
crazy?
I don't know because there are married men that
Okay.
leave their wives.
No.
But my thing here is,
Don't get involved.
my thing is, he will leave his wife or he could leave his wife, but how's he going to treat you?
Exactly.
Because he's looking at you as
Exactly.
somebody that when he was with you, with his wife, he was dating with you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why would he have any respect
Respect
for
for
you?
you.
Right.
No matter what, he could all leave his wife in
Yeah.
10 years tomorrow.
But the same thing
Exactly.
could happen to you in the
Exactly, and it will
Exactly.
happen to you because
Yeah.
if he's prepared to do that, rest cheated on my wife with you, no matter what, they
Exactly.
did that with you, and he would never
There's a
give you the
there's
response.
respect.
How long
Yeah.
did he say he was dating?
They've been dating for 6 months.
Oh, 6 months.
The thing is with girls that are outside marriages, number one, you're doing a hell of a lot of damage to your own life because you're putting yourself in a situation where you're becoming a home wrecker. Yeah? And marriage is a sacred thing, whether they did it for the right reasons or not. That's a marriage. You don't mess with a marriage no matter what they're going through, because whatever we put out there in the world is gonna come back to us, innit?
Yeah.
Even if the man doesn't love his wife, mister,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
married, your feelings are your feelings.
Yeah.
But don't get me involved because I'm not having it come back to me in the future.
Yeah.
Now keep your things to yourself. Do you get what I mean? There was this person I heard of as well, that this married guy, he had a family and everything, but he would like be sending her money for her to take her friends out and whatever, sending her money to go shopping, to take her friends out and whatever. And she said, well, I'm not doing nothing, he's sending me the money. I said, but no,
It's like
you're
accepting it.
you're accepting
Yeah.
it, you're making
You're
it
playing
okay.
your role.
And like you said, with men, with us as humans, there's something about something being a fantasy. But once you've got that thing, it's like you see something in a shop window and you're like, oh, I want it, I want it, I want it. When you've got it, you might not wear it, you might not use it for the next how many months, you know,
Yeah.
the
Grass
desire's
is always
gone.
greener on the other side.
Yeah.
And it definitely isn't if you're with a married man.
Yeah.
Because
Thank you.
he cannot be all of that if he's cheating.
And
Thank you.
I think if you really love this man, I think you should give him the time and space to sort out his situation
Yeah.
and to figure out whether he wants to really be with you or leave his wife. You know, don't put pressure on him. It's only
Don't
been
put
6
pressure
months.
on him
Yeah.
at all. Like a lot of girls don't do that, where they think, oh yeah, he don't want this girl, but he wants me. What do you think he's gonna probably do to
Exactly.
you? Because the
Right.
man never forgets how you guys met.
Exactly.
He never forgets
Yeah.
that. And even if a guy's got a track record of that, you don't know what happened before. He could have met his wife the same way.
Yeah.
That he
Right,
told
exactly.
somebody else.
And men are
So-
usually quick to throw that in your face, like to say it was
Yeah.
Well,
you
you
the one that was married to the wife.
Yeah,
And not him.
exactly.
So,
Either way, it
wouldn't
wouldn't
affect
work
you.
out.
Yeah, I was just about to
Also-
say, also,
Yeah.
because women are very gullible, and they have this notion that when the married man is with them, this is speaking to a lot of people I know that's been in relation with married men, and they tend to think, oh, because he's the right for his wife and all this
Who
kind
you
of
just say
jargon,
that? I don't
but
believe
it's
that,
what the
yeah.
man tell them. They're friends and me,
Men
we're
will say
soulmates
anything,
and whatever.
believe me.
But
Yeah.
believe you me, the same married women, whether it's north, south, east or west, from Antarctic to South America, it's the same old
Yeah.
story they're saying to
Yeah,
every
because they're
single
saying
person.
that's what when a guy says something to me, I'm like, how many other girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my thing. Because guys are saying
Debatable,
things.
because you might be the only one.
Well, they'll have time to prove that to me. Innit?
Yeah.
But I'm like, at first, do you get? Because I'm at a stage where I don't let men's words gas me up.
Right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. You can't.
especially in this day and age.
Trust me,
Oh,
because they're
come
probably
on.
sending a broadcast to like 50
Yeah.
Facebook,
See, yeah.
WhatsApping, all that same
Exactly.
time. Laptop, iPad.
Yeah, all these different things.
And
Can't be
women
meant to be the
too.
only one.
Yeah,
And
women
women
too.
too. I know some women
Women
that can
too.
play men out of position.
Yeah.
Like, I was shocked. My friend was telling me he was not even seeing this girl. They had met at a course and they had gone out for dinner one time after, and she brought out her money to pay, and he was like, oh no, I'll get it. It was only like £10, so he said, I'll get it. They met up again to go out, and then it was only cinema, so he said, oh, I'll get it. And then he said he noticed that she would ring him up to be like, oh, let's go here. But she wouldn't bring that money out. So he just left it. He was just like, all right, maybe I don't mind paying. Do you know what I mean? So she obviously probably thought he had money. So one day, they were going out more frequently.
Yeah.
So he was
Okay,
always
okay.
paying. The other day, she must have phoned him and asked him for £45 on the spot, and he was just like, oh, I don't have it today. I'll holler at you when I get it. From that day, it's been like over 3 weeks or whatever. I hadn't heard nothing from him.
Wow.
That's
Did
shocking.
she get the
because
40 pack? Did she get
he said he said no, I don't have it right now. I'll give it to you. What's called when I have it. From that day, she ain't calling back. And I just thought, no, wait. You're not even dating the guy.
Yeah.
You're not even. So who are you to even ask money
in
from
the
him?
first place.
And then the minute he says he doesn't have it,
You drop him.
I don't get. That's like gold digging to the
Yeah.
extreme. And I just think women. And this is another thing that's big in London now. Oh, act like a woman, think like a man.
Yeah.
No,
No.
no,
I'm like a
nonsense.
woman, be a queen.
Be a
Right.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Because there's too many games being played. Oh, act like a woman, think like a man. Oh, be a woman in the street, you're freaking a bit.
Yeah.
Like, just be you. If you're freaking a bit, cool. If you're not, cool. You get me? Like, be you.
Thank you for joining us on Everyday